Good morning.
Morning everyone.
Welcome back to the Finca. It's another beautiful day. I'm just back from my viewing, which I can't really say how it went. It's difficult to tell with these things, but they've gone for a coffee to discuss, so ever hopeful.
Fingers crossed.
Andy's been cracking on with the tiles in my absence.
We've got, I need 10 more full ones to complete the bulk of it before we start on the cuts. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more I need to do, and then I can get them down. And then if you want to carry on doing the others that we need to do the cuts with.
Yep, I'll do that.
We'll get there eventually with it. I'm going to have a look at this mix as well, because I think I made it a bit sloppy.
Oh, right.
It's worked perfectly, but it's just taken a longer time to dry.
Right.
But I think the vermiculite and the perlite actually absorbs tons of the water, therefore taking a lot longer to dry out.
Yeah.
But it's working, it's going hard, it is hard. It's just still a bit.
Okay, I didn't have time to check this morning, so.
No, it's working. It's working now. It's working. It's going to be great.
Good.
So let's crack on. So there we go. There's the next 10. Go and get them down, get a mix on and get them laid. So we're in the external mixing area. What I've got a bucket, a couple of trowels. This is perlite, white stuff. I found out why it went so sloppy. This perlite's actually damp, so that's probably not helped, and so is the vermiculite. You can see the condensation forming on the bags in the sun. So what I did in the last mixes, I've got our calibrated thing here, homemade of course, 4 marks on it. We use this for the lime when we want small measures for pointing, or use it full for equal measures for larger amounts. What I did, I put 1 part cement up to there, and then I used 2 parts water, but I'm just going to try 1.5 parts water now. So all we do, chuck that in there. I'll go and get some water. Right, and this, we just stick that into the cement, and then we mix that until it's all gone into a total thin liquid. You can see it. Don't take long, just a couple of minutes. So I'll get that mixed in and come back to you in a second. Right, okay, so basically what we've got is just a liquid cement. So obviously when we mix the perlite and the vermiculite in, because the cement's evenly distributed throughout the water, as we mix these in with the water, it becomes evenly distributed throughout the thing. So all we're going to do is half a measure of these in perlite. Oh, spilt a bit. Roughly up to our halfway mark. It doesn't actually matter that much. And then we just fill it up with, if I can reach it, vermiculite. There we go. And this goes in here, and we just stir it in, and we're ready to go. As I said before, you don't want to over mix this, because if you break down the perlite or the vermiculite, you lose your lightness of it. It becomes denser. So I'll just mix this until it's evenly mixed through thoroughly. Well, there we have it. Lovely lightweight concrete. That is a much better mix actually. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to stick 2 on this end first. One there, because the rest are all cuts. So get them in. I've never used this stuff before, like I said the other day, so I'm learning as well. Get them in and then give them a wiggle into place like that. Super. Doesn't take that long when you get a bit practiced at it. The floor actually slopes up a bit at the back there, so I'm putting a thinner bed down to try and bring it as level as I can. A bit more in there. That's it. Give it my wiggle. Lovely. Right, I'll get this side, the other side done. As always, I run out of mix with one more to put in there, but I'm not mixing up another lot just for one tile. Now I need to get cleaning. The rest, I'm going to try and work out how many I need, because every single one of them are all cuts from now on. So it slows down a bit. Well, not that cleaning this is about the slowest thing, but so yeah, I'll get that worked out and go and get them cleaned up, and we'll try and get this finished off. Right, so I've estimated about 10 more for all the cuts, and then probably 5 to go across the back as well. So that's like 15. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need to go and find 4 more. Right, so this is how they come out the wall that we knocked down, plastered on both sides. So as we did with all these, we need to knock them apart, get off what we can. The fronts, the smooth fronts, which we don't want, comes off really easily, but the textured back bits, next to impossible, takes forever. So we'll crack on, try and get these done. Right, so we've got 17, which should be more than we need. The problem we've got is, you can see the old plaster, cement, whatever it is, ground in, and it's just absolutely sucked into the tile because it's rough. I say the smooth sides come off quite easily, but we don't want them, we want this textured side. So that's the problem we've got, is wire brushing this and digging it out of all the grooves and the holes and stuff. So we'll crack on, we're getting there.
So Andy's gone now to make some cuts for the halves and bits that we need to fill in. I've got the really bad ones soaking here, and these I'm hoping will just come up with my wire brush, and he's made me a lovely mess. He's good at that, so I guess it's for me to clear up. So I better crack on.
Yep, as Sharon's cleaning them, as she gets them done, I'm going to be cutting them. I've marked them, you can see that. Just put them in, just offered them up and drawn a line on them basically. I'm going to try and cut them with the angle grinder, probably the cleanest, easiest way, without breaking any of them. So the angle grinder, just got a diamond cutting disc in it, to make some dust. Get it sturdy. Okay. Like hot knife through butter. Right, get these others done. Yeah, I've got myself a better block. Look at that, lovely. Right, I'm going to take these first three, and stick them in, see what they look like. Wonderful.
Can't sweep it because it's all pebble and dust and things, so I'm going to pick the big bits up with my hands. Probably should have gloves on, but that's me. Think about it afterwards, and it's now.
So there we go, they're in. That one, that one, that one, and that one aren't fixed. That's why they probably look a bit irregular. This is the one that we linseed oiled, so it does stand out quite a bit different, doesn't it? These will be more yellow than red. That was actually a reddish colour to start. So this should look great when they're all done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut all the bits that we need and then just concrete them all in place at the same time, to save messing about and stuff, just in one go. So let's crack on. What a difference a day makes. We've been scuppered a bit by the weather. It's cloudy, we've not got a lot of power. We've got enough to run the house, but not enough to run a 2 kilowatt angle grinder for cutting these. I can still, however, get them marked up. We're very, very limited on what we've got in respect to full ones. I need quite a few longer ones for in here, but I want to put a row across the back, I'm sure I said earlier, vertically, just making up to the wall to tidy it all up, make it look like a hearth. So I'm just going to measure this and check that I've got enough to do the job. And get my tape out far enough. So say 150. Each tile is 270. So I'll go and see if I've got. I'll go and have a look what I've got. Okay, so I need 5 for across the back. It was 148 centimetres, and these are 27 centimetres. So if I space them out with a gap between them, 5 should do it. So the rest of what I've got, it's brightening up a little bit, so I'm going to see if I'm going to cut the full length first, because at that far end, can you see that just about, I need a long half tile in there, or 2 even. So I'm going to cut that one first and then just keep working along, getting them cut. Alrighty, so I've got 10 cuts left to do. 10 done, 20 cuts, can you believe it? That's the shape of this thing. We just had a spot of lunch. We sat here looking at our hearth, as you do. And we've changed our minds, because that's what we do, as you know. Well, instead of having a full tile at the back there, and Sharon was I just had an idea, and Sharon said, I thought that actually. We're going to cut them in half, so we've just got half a tile as a little border, which saves us 2 precious tiles, because we're really, really scratching about for them. And means I don't need to clean up any more just yet to get some more of these done. So anyway, enough waffle, crack on. Alrighty, so after a million trips up and down the stairs and 2 million cuts, we're done. We just need obviously setting and levelling now. Those at the back you can see on the right hand side there, they're still wet from cleaning them. And yes, we've changed our minds again. We're going to put them horizontally, just like that, and we think that'll look better. And plus it gives a bit more scope to cover the gap at the back. So fantastic. So the next thing we need to do is get them all set in fact, yeah, get them all set in place, it is. So yes, that's the next job. If anyone's wondering where those tiles came from, I'm stood in the entrance hall. Excuse all the bags, we're still living out of bags because we haven't got any storage space sorted out yet. This on my left, your right, is the bedroom, and what we did, we had another wall just like this that we took down because we were going to put another wall up to give us an extra decent bit of space in the main bedroom. When we took it down, basically smashed it down with a big hammer and threw everything in the skip. It was only just at the last bit that we decided, we actually spotted what the tiles were like, and we decided, oh, we'll keep them because they might come in handy for something. Now we've got another wall here which we're going to do the same. We're going to be taking this down and bringing it further in to make a nice little entrance hall, but that's all in the future. But we're guessing, assuming, hopefully correctly, that this has got exactly the same tiles in it. So when it's massive, as you can see, hopefully. So when we come to do other fireplaces in the house, we're going to take this down carefully and preserve them. But that's basically, I mean, we can knock this down, but I don't particularly want to do that just yet and get more tiles up there. But we're just working with what we saved. That's why we've got limited numbers basically, because I stupidly threw most of it in the skip, not realising what they were. But hey ho, but at least we've got all these, so there you go. Well, it's a super miserable morning this morning. It's dull, as you can probably see in here. I've left the light off so you can see. We just cleaned out the fire, the embers are still glowing. We're going to get this hearth finished today. We've had the generator running already. It's just horrible. It's windy, it's damp but without being wet, and like drizzled, you know, that stuff that really soaks you through, but without actually any benefit to the plants or anything. So yeah, we're on it anyway. Good job I cut all these yesterday, because we'd have to run the generator today to run the angle grinder to do all these cuts. So thankfully they're all done. All we got is some power free elbow grease mixing. So yeah, let's crack on with it. We just thought I'd show you our view out the window this morning. You can see the hill behind us, but there's a big mountain that you can't even see. It's just buried in cloud. It's horrible. So we're off. We've got my next batch of lightweight concrete. Absolutely amazing stuff. Once it sets, it's just like concrete, except light. Obviously not as strong, but we don't need much strength for this. So I need to pull these back from there. We'll start at this end and just work my way along.
Whilst Andy's on with the hearth, I'm on with our new log basket, and going to give it a good brush and clean first, and then get it linseed oiled, because we can't have a nice posh hearth and a builder's bucket full of wood. Here's Katzi, hello Katzi. And we've also been gifted a companion set, which will be really nice, all the bits and bobs to use on the fire. A friend of ours has been given a fire, we're complete with a companion set, and he doesn't need it, so he's donated it to us. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, so I'm going to crack on with this exciting stuff. We can have a lovely cosy fire tonight, our new hearth and our new log basket. So that's come up pretty well. I've managed to get most of the rust off the iron work here. So I just need to oil it now, and then we can get some wood in it and get it on our hearth. Exciting.
Okay, so that's the first mix used up, and probably nearly half of it done. Fantastic. Right, I'll go and knock up another one and try and get the rest of it done.
Got a feeling it's going to really soak it up. Oh.
Okay, so fundamentally it's done, they're all stuck in place. Again, we need to let them go off a bit, then we can brush any spillages off the top of it. When they've gone off, they're going to need oiling and then pointing up. But yeah, so far it's looking, I think that's looking absolutely wonderful. Cosy little hearth.
And there you have it, our upcycled barrel. Lovely new log basket. I don't know whether you can actually see in this light, but it has come up really well. Yeah, I'm really pleased. And we've used something else in the house that was going to be thrown away, so it's great.
I've just used what was left to point up onto this piece of timber of the hearth here. If you remember, I just formed it in place to lock it in. Now it's got concrete underneath it in the gaps as well. When it's pointed down the back, the floor, hopefully, if all goes well, is going to come level, or pretty much level with this. Yeah, if the design works, that's the plan anyway. So it should all be quite flush with no trip hazards or anything. So wonderful, just let it all dry now. Fab, it's all in situ, full of logs, ready. Yeah, for tonight. It's we've still got to oil all the things, still got to point them all up. There's so much work has gone into this. It's taken so long, an enormous amount of work. But
it looks
we
good.
think the results are worth it. Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's us again for another exciting episode. As always, thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to all the subscribers. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Thanks to everyone that supported the channel.
And don't forget, Sunday, the 6th of March, we're doing a Q&A. We need your questions by the 4th of March, which is Friday, but not on this video. If you
Please.
can comment on the little video we released yesterday, it's only a couple of minutes, just to tell people about the Q&A.
I'll put a link in the
Yes.
description
Yeah,
to
good
it.
idea.
If
Yeah.
I remember, I shall try and remember to put a link in the description to it. Sharon will remind me, won't
I will.
You will. So yes, all that remains now is to
Light the fire and get
fire.
warm.
Yes.